Hello and welcome to Morris Park. I'm Clyde Morris. And today, I'm going to repot my Euphorbia trigona. It's the red form, it's the Rubra. It's gotten a little bit tight in its pot. So I'm going to try to give it some new digs and get it settled into something a little larger. Now, a lot of you are probably wondering why that I may be repotting today in later February, mid-February. But a lot of my euphorbias are actually waking up now, and so I think it's probably a good time to do this. This one's been kept pretty dry, that's why it hasn't got a lot of leaves on it. And the fact that it does need a new pot, because that pot is just a little bit restrictive for its needs. So anyhow, I'm going to get some new soil into this, get this unpotted, and get it to where I can get some room here. So I'm going to start by getting a little bit of soil in here. This is a cactus mix that I've made myself. It's kind of a mixture of coconut coir. It's got a non-peat soil that's called Beyond Peat. Mixed into it, that's composted wood products basically. Quite a bit of perlite and quite a bit of sand. I'm going to set my rock aside here just for my top dressing. Got a little bit of room to work in here. It's kind of a tall one, so I got to be careful with it, so it doesn't smack into anything else. As you can see, it's come out in one nice big ball. That makes it convenient for me. Now, you don't have to fight with it or anything. I'll loosen up some of these roots. It's been in here quite a while. I bought this at the Springfield Lawn and Garden Show about 4 years ago, back in 2019. And so, yeah, I think you probably need a new pot. Or use a new pot. Get some new digs for it. Give it a chance to root out. I'm not going to take all the soil off of here. It's pretty good soil that's actually in. It just needs to be roughed up a little so that it can venture out into the new soil. I'm going to set that there. I'd say it'll probably need a little more soil in there to lift it up. Put a little more there. Maybe a little bit more. Okay, that should do. Try to keep this thing centered while I'm filling it in. Working out well. I'm sure this will be much happier, not being so cramped. Probably get quite a bit more growth out of it this year, this summer. Being that it has some more root room now. Slap that pot a little bit to settle the soil in. I think once I get this plant, I don't think I'll have to stake it or anything like that. I want to try to keep the soil as much the original level as possible before I put my top dressing on. Plant seems pretty stable. Take just a little bit more soil and I'll have it made here. Looks good. And then I'll put on my top dressing. My top dressing is my normal choice of red lava rock. Put that over here, move it a little bit. Okay. But basically it's the same thing I had around it before. Some cobwebs there from an overwintering spider in my greenhouse. which I don't mind too much. Spiders kind of keep other things off. So that's okay. Just kind of brush some of that away. A few dead leaves here and there. That's normal for the winter, because these guys will be losing quite a bit of leaves during winter, so I'm not watering them near as much. These euphorbias pretty much go dry for several months. I'm just starting to water them again as they're showing a few signs. Okay, start filling in with my top dressing. That'll be good. This little trilobite fossil, I think I'll go ahead and just stick that in with it. Pretty good. Got to find the front of it here, stage it. This tag back there, it looks like I'm going to have to rewrite my tag. My tag's getting a little faded out. Let's see here. This came from a outfit called actually Hilltop Farms, which was one of the vendors at the show. I don't really think that they're going to be at the show this year. I've been to the show in a couple of years. Deb and I usually go every year, but since COVID came, we haven't gone. So it'll be kind of nice to go again. So it's at the end of this month, and we're going to check it out. Okay, that looks pretty good. It's kind of a tall plant. It'll definitely be much happier in this new pot. And actually, Deb found this pot pretty cool with all the light and dark colors swirled in together of the clay. Really cool. A few of my euphorbias are waking up, as I said. See some flowers starting here. This is Euphorbia polyacantha. It's coming into bloom. Crown of Thorns putting out some new flowers there. Starting to get some new growth on my medusas. This is one I've not identified yet. You see some flowers starting there, and I've not seen this bloom yet. This is kind of exciting. I've had it for quite a few years, but I've never had a flower open up on it. They seem to always form and drop off. So I'm really hoping I can get this one this time and see it bloom, because that'll help me identify it. Whether it be a species or hybrid, that'd be the question. I'm thinking it might be a Murray, but it doesn't look quite like my other one, so who knows? But yeah, spring's coming. Like my Evansy eye here, you can see a few little flowers now. It's had a few bloom over last couple of weeks. Male flower there. I think on this euphorbia it actually has both male and female flowers. Couple there. But yeah, doing pretty good. Things are just starting to wake up for me. Euphorbia gorgonis has some flowers starting on it, as well as Flanaganii. Some of the branches got a little yellow, and that's from not watering it during the winter. It's kind of a delicate balance with these things as to whether to water them or not during the winter. I'll watch the arms quite a bit. If they start to yellow and shrivel a bit, I'll start watering them. You So I've done so on these, and they're responding. There's a murray here. No real flowers on it yet. Mainly just gorgonis and flanaganii. But anyhow, I just want to share this little repotting video with you. Late winter, February. I won't water this plant for a while. I'll give it a couple of weeks before I try to water it. I didn't really see any injury to the roots or anything, no bleeding or anything like that, so that's good. Anyhow, this is Clyde Morris from Morris Park, wishing you all a good day. Take care.